Hey guys, welcome back. So nice to see you again. So this is the video series that supports the journal, Write Your Life with Grace, Fruit of the Spirit Guided Journal. And we are in week 2 of gratitude. This is video number 2, also known as the month of January. So in week 1, we talked about theories and definitions. And if you didn't get a chance to see that video, you can go back to my YouTube channel or any of my social media channels and check that out, and that'll give you some definitions. But a brief overview of the definitions is that we talked about the difference between gratitude and being thankful and what the difference is. And so thankful is pleased and relieved, right? And so thankfulness is a hindsight trait. My camera won't stay still, sorry. Thankfulness is something that we do in hindsight. So we are pleased and relieved after the fact, right? And so gratitude is a readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. And so this readiness is what we're going to talk about right here in week 2 today. Next week in week 3, we're going to talk about when gratitude sounds like a 4-letter word, when the situation is so awful. And we're going to talk about what it is that we're showing appreciation for. We're going to go into a little more in depth with that. And then in week 4, we're going to talk about returning this kindness and wrapping it all up. So for this week in week 2, gratitude is it's a perspective, right? And it's a way of seeing things. And so I have come up with a definition of gratitude. So I'm going to say that the attitude of gratitude is ready to take action in the moment before you know the outcome. Ready to take action in the moment before you know the outcome. And so that's why it's a character trait. And your character is deeply rooted. It's a deeply rooted internal compass. It's not something that's immediately obvious on the surface. It's something that is developed over time. And it is a choice of behavior, something that we practice over and over to develop a strong character. So I just as a side note, I looked up some top 10 New Year's resolutions to give us an idea of what it is that we are wanting to accomplish with our character. And I found this Forbes top 10 for our career. And so they're listing stop being late, get organized, meet new people, ask for feedback. A lot of people don't want to hear feedback, let alone ask for it. Develop your skills and hobby, read more, volunteer, don't hold grudges. And we're going to talk about forgiveness in the month of February. Know your best way to reduce stress and monitor your progress. This is all about a really strong character. These are the movers and the shakers, the people that are really successful in their career. And it starts with this attitude of gratitude. So I'm going to show you how to apply all of this that we've been talking about so far. So I'm going to expand the definition that we talked about. So if an attitude of gratitude is ready to take action in the moment before you know the outcome, it's also an acknowledgement of resources in the middle of the hard. And if you want to tweet that, feel free. This is the Tara Shiro attitude of gratitude definition, an acknowledgement of resources in the middle of the hard. So let's take a look and apply this to a situation and see what it looks like. So these two guys, and again, if you're having trouble seeing this, I know it's far away until I get my own camera crew. You can zoom in on your smartphone and you can see this a little bit better. So this guy is just sitting down and he's not doing anything. Both of these guys have the same problem. They're having a relationship problem. And this guy is waiting for the other person. He's waiting for his spouse. He's waiting for his relative, his coworker, his boss, his neighbor, whoever it is that he is in conflict with. This guy is waiting for the other person to stop doing what they're doing. Stop being annoying. Stop being angry. Stop creating all kinds of chaos, stop the addiction, stop whatever it is that person is doing to you in that relationship. He's waiting for them to take the first move, right? And so he's blaming, he's resentful, he's angry, He's bitter, controlling, insecure, fearful, right? This guy has an attitude of gratitude, so he's going to acknowledge the resources in the middle of the hard, right? He's going to take action before he knows the outcome, and he's going to open this first door. See, they both have a door available to them. So this first door, I'm grateful because I realize that I have the power to say yes or no. That's what he's grateful for. That's the key in getting the ball moving. And each time he finds something to be grateful for, there's another door that he finds that he could go through to keep him moving through the problem. Not that the problem is going away immediately, but he's going to take a step. So the steps that he's going through, the doors that he's going through, I realize I have the power to say yes or no. I'm grateful that I have friends to lean on who challenge me. I'm grateful that I can choose what to participate in, because just because someone's crazy doesn't mean that you have to participate in their craziness. That's their deal. You can set a boundary. I'm grateful that there are doctors, counselors, and mentors that I can ask for help. I'm grateful that I am confronted with my fear, my anger, and my bitterness so that I can be a better person. I'm grateful that I have a new sense of peace and wisdom so I can set a healthy boundary. And I'm grateful that I have the strength to keep the boundary in the storm. So this guy, right, he's acknowledging all of these resources that he has within his power on his side of the fence. And because he's acknowledging in the middle of the hard, all these doors keep opening for him, and he's moving through life, and he's going to get through this problem in a healthy way. This guy is sitting on the sidewalk, and look, all of these doors are available to him, all of these resources, and he's not taking advantage of it because he's waiting for the other person to make the first move, right? This guy can go to Al-Anon, which is for the family member. This guy's waiting for the alcoholic to go to AA. He's not doing anything, right? So this guy's putting the power in the other person's plate. This guy's taking the power that's available to him. He's being grateful that he has power available to him, and he's going through and opening all of these doors. An easy example of this, super quick, our washer and dryer broke on Christmas Eve a couple of years ago. I was late, not organized. I was trying to wash clothes so that we could go to a relative's house for dinner for Christmas Eve. The washing machine broke, right? So at first I was really mad because it was happening on a holiday. There was all these things going on. We needed the laundry. Then I remembered to be grateful, and I said, okay, I'm really grateful for the timing. Not that my washer broke, but I'm really grateful for the timing because there's all these sales going on in between Christmas and New Year's Eve, right? Everything is half off if you get last year's model. So as soon as I realized that, I was really grateful for the timing, that it happened on a holiday during a sales season, and then I could move on. And so that's just an easy way to look at this. There was another example when I was in college several years ago. The kids were really little. Every single time I had a paper to write or a final to study for, they got sick. They had the flu. I was so angry. I'm like, I cannot believe that they are getting sick together right when I have to study. Then I realized, wait a minute, I'm really grateful for this timing because I don't have to take them to school and pick them up. I don't have to take them to swim class. I don't have to take them to ballet or whatever it was that they were in at the time. There's no running around. They're asleep on the couch because they don't feel good, and I have all kinds of time to study. So when we learn to acknowledge the resources that are available to us, the gifts that are in front of us, it keeps us moving. It gets us out of blaming and playing the victim, and it says, no, I have the power in this situation. I'm going to look for that door, and I'm going to keep moving. Next week, we're going to take a look at those situations where gratitude sounds like a 4-letter word because the situation is just so hard and so awful that we just don't even want to get out of bed in the morning. So we're going to take a look at that next week. So if you want to follow along in the journal, you can go to my website, tarashiro.com/books. And I can send you a signed copy, or you can get it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and follow along. Write down your progress. There's more questions and more things to look at in here. So take care. Have a great week, you guys. I will see you next week in week 3. And let me know what you think in the comments as always.